Welcome back to the channel, hockey fans. Watch on as I explain why this team has suddenly risen to become a serious force in the East. From a broken blue line to one of the NHL's most balanced rosters, here's why they've gone from a fun story to a serious threat. What if I told you the one team everyone thinks is a miss is about to shock the entire hockey world this season? I'm talking about the Montreal Canadiens. Last year, everyone called their playoff run a complete fluke, a lovely story, but nobody believed it would last. But after making one of the biggest trades of the offseason, they have a roster that is going to blow your mind, and I'm going to show you exactly why you need to pay attention. Last season, the Canadiens came out of nowhere. They went on an incredible run in the second half, playing with such speed that it was impossible to look away. They made the playoffs for the first time since their miracle run in 2021, and the fans went crazy. It was supposed to be a long, painful rebuild, but this team was just too fun. But there was one massive problem. Even after they made it, everyone said the same thing. This team is fun, but it's completely flawed. They had a killer top line, but a weakness so significant you could see it from space. Scoring goals was not the issue. The top line of Caulfield, Suzuki, and Slafkovsky was unstoppable, with all three putting up insane career highs. They were the engine. They were the entire highlight reel. The problem was, what happened when they got off the ice? Their defense was complete chaos. They were leaving their goalies out to dry with a defense that looked lost and overwhelmed, and when they got to the playoffs against the Capitals, it was a disaster. The intensity magnified every single mistake. That 5-game loss proved what we all knew. Their foundation was broken. They were missing one key piece, a real, number one, right-shot defenseman to lock things down. So the general manager had a huge decision to make. Was that playoff spot just a fluke? Or was this team ready for a giga-brain move that would change the franchise forever? The transition from a nice story to a legitimate threat, they had to address their one massive problem. They needed a defensive superstar. And then he did it. Ken Hughes made a trade that broke the internet. He went out and got the 25-year-old superstar defenseman, Noah Dobson, from the Islanders, and the price he paid was insane. He sent 2 first-round picks and a top prospect to get him. Then, he gave Dobson a massive 8-year contract worth $9.5 million per year. This wasn't just a trade, this was a declaration. The time for waiting is over, the time for winning is now. This one move changes everything. Dobson isn't just some guy, he's a top 10 defenseman in the world who scored 70 points just 2 seasons ago. He is huge, he can skate like the wind, and he fixes their biggest problem instantly. And the ripple effect is huge. Dobson's arrival makes the entire defense better overnight. A guy like Lane Hutson doesn't have to carry the whole team anymore. The whole blue line is suddenly deeper, more balanced, and way more talented. But Hughes wasn't done. He also traded for a skilled young forward, Zachary Bolduc, adding even more firepower. Every single move was about winning right now. The big trade is cool, but this is the craziest part. These new guys are joining a young core that is already going supernova. This isn't just adding a star to a normal team. This is like pouring rocket fuel on an engine that's already roaring. That top line of Caulfield, Suzuki, and Slafkovsky isn't just good anymore. They're becoming one of the most dominant lines in the entire NHL. Suzuki is a beast. Caulfield is a scoring machine. But the player who changes everything is Juraj Slafkovsky. The former number 1 pick is finally using his giant frame to become an unstoppable monster. And it gets even better. Lane Hutson is a full-time beast who looks like a future star. Rookie Ivan Demidov is expected to come in and set the league on fire. And here's the biggest wild card, Kirby Dach. If he can stay healthy, this team would have 2 of the most dangerous lines in all of hockey. This young team is only getting better, and now they have a superstar defenseman to lead them. Okay, so let's look at the final roster. The top line is lethal. The second line is a crazy mix of skill and question marks, but it could be game-breaking if Dach is healthy. The bottom 6 is a perfect blend of new energy and veteran power. And on defense, the change is insane. A top pair of Goulet and Dobson can shut down anyone. A second pair of Hutson and Carrier could create a ton of offense. In just one offseason, their defense went from the biggest weakness to a gigantic strength. Now, it won't be easy. Their division is an absolute battle royale. That second line is a huge gamble. And the schedule, with 17 back-to-backs, is brutal. Most people are still betting against them. But that's what makes them the ultimate surprise. No one is talking about them as a contender, but I'm telling you, all the pieces are there for something so much bigger. They just blew the doors wide open on their window to win. This team just smashed the fast-forward button on its rebuild. They aren't just trying to make the playoffs anymore. They are built to do real damage. But that's what I think. What do you think? Is Noah Dobson the final piece that makes the Canadiens a monster in the East? What is this team's ceiling? Let me know in the comments right now. And hey, if you love this breakdown, do me a favor and slap that like button and subscribe for more insane NHL analysis. The Montreal Canadiens are not a project anymore. They are a team on the rise with a whole new level of confidence. They have a young, electric core, and now they have the superstar defenseman to hold it all together. Last year, they were a fun surprise. This year, they are shaping up to be a real problem for the rest of the NHL. You've been warned. Hey, hockey fans, you can also follow my blog at https://tedtalkshockey.com, and remember to keep your stick on the ice. Thanks for watching.